السلام عليكم يا شباب، معانا درس جديد النهارده.
What happens when a person becomes electrified?
هنتفرج عليه مع بعض.
Electrical energy flows a little like water flows. You can see a garden hose become pressurized when you open a tap. A power cord gets pressurized with electricity by plugging it in. But electricity is invisible to us. The flow of electricity is measured in amps. It can power a device or harm us if we don't use it safely. At 1,000th of 1 amp, we can feel electricity enter our bodies. We feel pain at 2,000ths of 1 amp. If 5 to 8 thousandths of 1 amp flows, a GFCI will trip if you're protected by one.
هستخدم آلة معدنية.
If 200ths of 1 amp were to flow through you, your muscles would contract involuntarily and your hands would squeeze incredibly hard. If 800ths of 1 amp flows for just a moment, your heart can stop beating normally as it is overwhelmed. You will need a defibrillator to save you. At 2/10ths of 1 amp, your heart and breathing would stop, leaving only 4 minutes until brain damage occurs. At every typical outlet or light, you have 15 amps available to you. This is what it takes to kill you. A GFCI, or unplugging a cord, can keep you safe from the dangers of a damaged cord or human error. Know what to do.
Electricity is a phenomenal form of energy, and it's perfectly safe when used correctly. But when it comes into contact with conductive material, electricity travels at lightning speed. Water, metal, or even your body can be a conductor if you were to come into contact with a bare or damaged wire or unprotected equipment. Electricity will always be faster than you. That's why you need to avoid situations where you might come into contact with electricity. An electric shock can cause tickling or tingling, muscle spasms, serious burns, or even a heart attack. Why are there so many variations? Whenever you're in a dangerous situation involving electricity, 4 shock factors immediately come into play: voltage, resistance, path, and duration. The voltage can vary from just a few volts to more than 735,000. Still, even a low voltage current can cause serious harm. Your body's resistance to electricity can vary, depending on whether your skin is damp or dry. How the electricity flows through your body will have a major impact on the degree of electrical shock. There's a far bigger risk of internal injury when the current travels through your heart as opposed to just jumping from finger to finger. Contact can last for just a few milliseconds or more than a second, but even a few milliseconds is enough to injure you. The severity of the electric shock is determined by the combination of the various shock factors. It's impossible to predict exactly what the outcome will be before the accident. And it all happens in a flash. Electricity will always be faster than you. There's no such thing as a safe shock where electricity is concerned. But there's an easy way to prevent accidents. Avoid dangerous situations. Paul's story. Danger near power lines. Paul thinks there's too much shade in his backyard. He'll fix that. It won't take long. Paul didn't spot the danger before starting work. As it fell, the branch came into contact with a medium voltage line. This type of wire is bare. It doesn't have an insulating sheath. Let's see what our shock factors say. The voltage level is medium, in this case 12,000 volts. The sap in the branch conducts electricity. Paul has been sweating, so his skin is also damp. And his ladder is made of metal. Resistance to the current is low. The current traveled through the branch, entered Paul's body through his hand, and exited through his hip, then continued through the ladder to the ground. All of this happened in just a second. The outcome? A serious electric shock leading to burns, the amputation of one arm, and the loss of part of his liver, plus broken bones from falling off the ladder. Things could have been even worse if his saw had touched the line. Avoiding accidents is simple. Locate power lines before starting any work or activity involving heights. Stay at a safe distance, and make sure nothing gets close to the lines. No tools, ladders, scaffolding, or kites. Nothing. Most electrical accidents happen when we're distracted or in a rush. To stay safe, be aware of the dangerous situations that pose a risk of electrical contact. Take a second to have a look at our site, www.hydroquebec.com/safety. It could save your life or the lives of people you care about.
طيب ازاي نحمي نفسنا من الصعقات الكهربائية؟ معانا جهاز اسمه جهاز ال RCD Residual Current Device. الجهاز ده بيحمينا من الصواقع الكهربائية، وزي ما احنا شايفين معانا واحد سنجل فيز بيستخدم مع سنجل فيز والتاني مع 3 فيز. طب ازاي بيشتغل بقى؟ في الوضع الطبيعي بتاعي بيكون تيار الداخل للدائرة الكهربائية من الخط الحي يساوي قيمة التيار الراجع من الخط التالي. كده هنلاقي إن مجال المغناطيسي المتولد في الملفين زي بعض بس عكس بعض، وبكده لغوا بعض. ففي الوضع الطبيعي مش هيبقى شغال. تمام؟ طيب لو حصل إن في فرق ما بين تيار الخط الحي وخط التعادل، هنلاقي إن في مجالات هما الاتنين مختلفين في القيمة. ده هيخلي ده يولد لي مرور تيار في الملف اللي هيشغل الريلي، فهيفصل لي المسات بتاعتها بتاعتي. طيب أهم حاجات اللي بتميز ال RCD: اسم المصنع وزر الاختبار، التايب سواء كان AC أو A أو B أو F، الريتنج كورنت اللي شغال عليها، والريتد فولتج اللي هي جهد التشغيل، والوايرنج دايجرام ازاي ان انا هوصل في الدايرة بتاعتي. أنواعه عندي حسب الجهاز اللي أنا هشغله معاه. عندي تايب AC وده مع لمبات التنجستين مع الأفران الكهربائية، تايب A مع معدات ال IT سواء سيرفرات كمبيوترات، ومع لمبات الدايمرز ومع لمبات الليد. تايب F بنشغله مع التكييفات ومع غسالات الأطباق أو الغسالات العادية. تايب B مع UPS أو أنظمة الخلايا الشمسية أو معدات في المصانع. حسب فرق التيار بتاعي، هنلاقي أول حاجة 10 ملي أمبير. 10 ملي أمبير بيستخدم في حمامات السباحة. 30 ملي أمبير هنلاقيها مع براز القاع في البيوت. 100 ملي أمبير هنلاقيها مع دوائر الأنوار في البيوت. 300 و 500 دي اندكتورز للحرائق في المصانع. حسب الوظيفة هنلاقي إن أنا عندي RCCB RCBO. طب إيه الفرق ما بينهم؟ RCCB ده بحتاج معايا الجهاز ال RCD والجهاز السيركت بريكر، هما الاتنين منفصلين، بشتري ده لوحدي وده لوحده. طيب RCBO هنلاقي الاتنين مندمجين مع بعض، هنلاقي جهاز ال RCD معاه السيركت بريكر كوني ال RCBO. طب بختبره ازاي؟ بختبره سواء عن طريق زرار التست او عندي جهاز اسمه RCCB ديجيتال تيستر بستخدمه في التست بتاع ال RCD، ولازم يتعمل التست ال RCD مرة على الأقل كل شهر. معانا جدول بيبين لنا شدة التيار اللي بتمر في الإنسان ايه اللي هيحصل. لو كانت أقل عندي من 1 ملي أمبير الإنسان مش هيشعر بصدمة كهربائية أصلا. من 1 ل 8 هيبدأ يشعر بالصدمة، وبعد كده هيبقى متحكم في عضلاته. من 8 ل 15 برضه هتبقى صدمة مؤلمة شوية، بس هيفضل برضه ستيل إن هو متحكم في عضلاته. من 15 ل 20 الصدمة هتبقى مؤلمة، بس هيبدأ يفقد بقى إن هو يحرك عضلاته في المنطقة اللي هو اتصاب بيها في الصدمة. 20 ل 50 هيبدأ يبقى عنده صعوبة في التنفس مش هيتحرك. 50 ل 100 هيبقى عندي هارت أتاك وهيبقى الحالة ناتجة وفاة. من 200 أكتر هتبقى حروق برضه حالة وفاة. معانا فيديو وضح لنا استخدام الأمثل أو الأمان إن إزاي استخدم حاجات معانا.
Safety is important. Make sure you follow the best practices for keeping yourself and your family safe. Use safety coverings on outlets and keep extension cords away from pets and small children. All outlets and switches should have faceplates. Exposed wiring is a shock hazard. Signs of faulty switches and outlets include sparking or feeling warm to the touch. Both of these conditions may indicate an unsafe wiring connection, and it should be checked by an electrician. Check all electric cords for visible damage and make sure cords are out of traffic areas. Check that extension cords are correctly rated for the amount of electricity needed. Never overload a cord with more than it can handle. To avoid excessive wear, ensure that cords don't run under rugs or furniture. Damaged cords can be dangerous. Never insert any metal objects into an appliance. Keep all cords away from hot surfaces like toasters, range tops, and ovens. Cords can be damaged by excessive heat. Never leave electric heaters and hot plates unattended when in use. Don't touch electrical devices when they are wet, while standing on wet surfaces or where your body can create a path to ground. Check that all appliances are located away from the sink and bath. Electric equipment can injure you if it comes in contact with water. In kitchens, bathrooms, and near swimming pools, ask your electrician to replace the standard outlets with ground fault circuit interrupters, or GFCIs. These provide shock protection by quickly cutting off the circuit and preventing injury. Remember, safety is for everyone. You can share safety tips with your family, friends, and neighbors. Check out PSEG Long Island's full list of home safety tips at our website, psegLINY.com.
عشان كده لازم نستخدم جهاز الأرسل ليه أكثر حماية لينا من الصدمات الكهربائية. ودمتم سالمين يا شباب. وصلنا لآخر الدرس بتاعنا النهارده. السلام عليكم.